Welcome back to another episode of the Slay Your Day podcast. If you are here, it's because you want to slay your home, your business, your body, your relationship, your finances, all of the things that are important to us. And that for me, all of these things have to go hand in hand if it's something that I'm going to feel good about. For me to show up and be fully in my business as a mom, as a wife, as someone who runs her own business and schedule and home and the meals and all of the things. So if that is you, I just want to assure you that you are in the right spot. And I would also encourage you to share this with another woman who also is interested in these same topics, who's interested in focusing on an amazing marriage and relationships and the relationship that she has with herself, as well as growing your business or whatever that thing that lights your soul on fire. So I just wanted to welcome you back to this podcast. I had about a 3 or 4 week little break that I was on over the summer. I wanted to kind of bring you guys up to speed at where I was at right now and where things were and what was going on. So as you know, over the summer, if you've been keeping up with me on Instagram or any social media, my family and I had a lot of travel that we did this summer. We were in Kingsport, Tennessee, where I crowned the new Mrs. International 2023. That was an amazing week and just filled with so much love and support from other women and just watching women do incredible things in this world. So that was fun. That was in July. We did that. And then we were in Philly a few times. We went to Europe. We went to Alaska. So we just had so much travel, and I didn't want to come on here and do you guys a disservice, my listeners who I'm so grateful for that you guys show up and tune into these episodes. And I didn't want to come on and just rush an episode. I didn't want to come on and feel like, I was just coming on to do it. I really, when I come on here, I show up, I commit fully, and I'm here to help support you on your journey of being an entrepreneur, being a wife, a mother, however many of those buckets that you check off or that you resonate with. For me, this is something that I love doing. I enjoy doing it. And for me, it really brings us together as a community. Not only do I have the podcast, but I have the free group, which is the Productivity Hacks for Ambitious Women. So a lot of you have found this podcast either through the Facebook group or maybe my YouTube channel. So when I come on here, I don't want it to be something rushed or for you to come on here and feel like you're not going to get something that you can take away. So because of that, I really took the 3 weeks off where my family was traveling and we were just really enjoying summer. And I didn't feel guilty about not doing the podcast. I didn't feel guilty about not having a new YouTube video to put up that week. Because for me, I practice what I preach, you guys. And for me, it's all about being truly present and showing up where I'm at. And when I was in Italy with my family and my kids at the beach or by the pool or eating the gelato, I was fully present there, and I would hope that you would do the same thing too. I felt like if I were to take time away to shoot a podcast, even if it was 20 or 30 minutes, that kind of just changes the vibe of what's going on or what the schedule is or whatever was going on. So I'm back. We're back to school. Jake started his first back to school day this week at the time of this recording, or when you hear this rather, he'll be, his first week into school. So for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I love the travel. I love the adventure and excitement of it all, but I'm such a systems person. Obviously that's what I talk about. It's what I preach about. It's what I love. And even though I love vacation, spending that time with my family, if I get off of a schedule, even if it's just slightly off, for me, I can only take so long of that. So we took about almost 2 weeks. It was 10 days, 10, 11 days for our vacation. And I felt like it was the perfect amount of time to get away, unplug, be with the family. But I will tell you, I was ready to come back. I was so ready to come back to gear back and get into work and shoot the content and do the podcast and the academy and all the things, because I felt like it was really the fuel that filled me up to now be where I'm at right now. So I I want to hear from you guys. How was your summer? What did you do? Did you travel? Did you spend more time with family? Did you, I don't know, were your kids in camp? Were you still working? Like, what did you have going on? For us, like I said, it was very fun, very exciting, lots of adventure, lots of travel. But here we are, and I wanted to bring you up to speed because I did a poll with you guys. And I'm gonna actually bring up this poll because I don't wanna just assume that I know what you guys wanna hear about. You know, like I want to hear from you. I love hearing personally, like in my DMs, what you guys have going on, what you wanna see more of, what you wanna hear more of. So I did a poll, and I'm actually gonna share the stats with you, the numbers with you, about what I polled you guys on Instagram. And I asked a few questions. Let me see, I have to go through all my files here. I asked you guys on Instagram what you wanted more of, like what content you wanted me to talk about. And if I can find it, and if I can pull it up, I will share with you guys the poll on exactly what the feedback was that you guys gave me on what you're looking for. So you guys know you're here. It's all about productivity, time management, work-life wellness, but this is also about being a present mom and being a supportive wife and showing up and making delicious meals for your family. Like, I am not the chef. You guys know Jared's the chef in our house. So like just recently I've been sharing new meals on Instagram. I'm trying to find these images that I can share with you. So, you know, like sharing those things, because I know that helps me as a mom. Like being able to find meals that are quick, easy, healthy, quick cleanup meals like sheet pan meals or the Instapot, like all of these things that help me as a mom. Because when you are running a business, running your house, doing all the schedules, back to school, traveling, all these things, it's not just one dimensional. Like there are many different aspects that affect how you show up in all of those areas based on all of the other things that you have going on. So in my poll, I had asked you guys what you wanted to see more of, and I can't find it at the moment, but some of the questions, and I'm still gonna try and find these. Oh, here they are. Just found them. Perfect. Okay, so I had 3 slides of content that I was polling you guys on. What do you want to hear more of? Like, what do you want to hear me talk about? So the first one that I put together, that I grouped together, I said, do you want me to share more about traveling with kids, my gluten-free journey, or running business while on vacation? And the majority of you had said the gluten-free journey. The next poll that I did said my workout routine, what I eat in a day, and summer workout schedule. The winner in that category was what I eat in a day, which I was a little surprised about. And then the next one, the final one, was goal planning from now to the end of the year, back to school tips for working moms, or balancing work, travel, and kids. And the majority of you there said goal planning from now to the end of the year. So I'm gonna do content on all of these because I got some great feedback from you guys. One of the things I wanted to specifically talk about, and kind of 2 of these go hand in hand, I wanted to talk about the gluten-free journey because it ties into our travel. And you guys, you know, you've seen me post this on Instagram, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of the backstory. The reason why I wanted to share this, and the reason why I cut gluten out of my diet in the first place, was because anytime I would eat, and I'm not a big like pasta eater, I don't like salty foods, I really like sweets. So my downfall was when I have two summer babies. So I have a July baby and an August baby. I saw myself in a bathing suit, and this was after eating a whole bunch of cake during Jordy's birthday parties. And when I looked at myself, for me, on my body, I looked like I was 6 months pregnant. Now, I saw a friend who had a similar body type, who is in the fitness industry, post that whenever she eats gluten, she also gets the same bloating. And she said she knows without a doubt 100% it's from eating gluten. So I did this little experiment. This was right after Jordy's birthday. So you guys know the beginning of July, right after Jordy's birthday, I immediately cut out all gluten, everything. Anything that I was eating, you know, cake or cookies or whatever, cut out the gluten. I saw, you guys, such a significant difference in the way that my body felt that I never, ever, ever wanted to go back to eating that crap again. And I will tell you, when we were in Italy, now whether it's, you know, pastries in France, because we were in France, Spain, and Italy, the food there is completely different than the quality of the food here. So what I told myself was, I knew that like Jared was gonna be eating all the pasta. I knew the kids were gonna eat the pastries. Like I knew what I was gonna be up against. Even before we left for the trip, like going into it, I had told myself, I know that the quality of this food is going to be way better than what it is here in the States. So I allowed myself to have a little piece of a pastry here, a little bit of the pasta. Like I'm not a big pasta person anyway, but because you're in Italy, you guys, come on, like, right? If you're with me, DM me and say, I would have ate the pasta too. Because many of you, when I did a poll on Instagram, should I eat the pasta? We're like, yeah, girl, go for it. So I did eat it. I ate the pasta, I had some of the pastries, and I didn't feel guilty about it. And by the way, I think when I came home, I had gained like 3 pounds, but we're just doing so much walking in Italy. As much as you're eating, you're doing a lot of walking. So I didn't feel bad. A week or 2 later, I was back to where, I started before we left. So my point is, I don't eat the gluten anymore in my day-to-day diet, but I wanted to share with you how I even got to that journey, because one of the things that I noticed was once I cut it out, my energy levels, like just feeling heavy, like all of that was gone. So I wanted to tie in, take a sip of water here. I wanted to tie in to the gluten-free journey. I also wanted to tie in the supplements that I take from day to day, because I'm also going to share with you in another episode. I'll kind of go through what I eat in a day, because I know that it's not just what I eat that contributes to me feeling really good, my high energy levels. Like there's so much more to it. And I remember right after I had Jordy, I had connected with Brecka. A lot of you know Gary through 10X Health. And Gary had said to me at the time, he said, through supplements, Sandi, and this was like postpartum, so I was still breastfeeding, but I was also still taking my prenatal vitamin. He had said to me, I want you to get off the prenatal because it has folic acid. And number 2, he said, I'm going to turn you into Superwoman. I'm going to get you on these vitamins and I'm going to turn you into Superwoman. And I was like, okay, if you're going to make that kind of claim, I'm down for it, right? Like I am down for you to give me all the energy, all of the like fat burning, like internal mommy makeover, all the things. So what I wanted to do with you today is I wanted to share with you the vitamins that I take on a day-to-day basis, because what I can tell you, other than the food that I eat, it's 4 components. For me, there's 4 components. It's the food that I eat, how I move my body, the sleep that I get, and my vitamins. So the vitamin part is what I want to share with you, because it's the food you eat, how you move your body, your diet and exercise, the sleep that you're getting, and the vitamins, how you are supplementing to everything else. So the 4th piece of it, the supplements, has contributed to all of those factors. How my body's breaking down the food when I eat, how hungry I am, the sleep quality that I'm getting, how I perform in my workouts. So if we were to actually take all 4 of those, the one, which is the nutrients, the vitamins, that contributes to everything else. So I actually had my doctor send me my breakdown of the vitamins that I take, and I wanted to go over these with you because if anything, I know this will, number 1, shed some light on maybe what you're taking currently. And by the way, I do want to preface this with, I get my blood work taken every 3 months. So all of the vitamins that I'm going to share with you, and there's I think like 7 of them, these vitamins are specific for my body, literally for my body, based on my blood work. So what I'm going to do is in the note section, whether you're watching this on YouTube or if you're listening to this on the podcast, I'm going to put a link for 10X Health where you can get your very own breakdown of what your body should be having based on your genetic makeup, your blood, like all the things that your body is getting, because that's the only real way. Like if I'm gonna read you all these things, yes, you could go on Amazon and buy the vitamins. Number 1, the quality is not gonna be as good. Number 2, you need to know what's best for you. So I'm gonna share with you what I take, how it supports me, and then this hopefully will shed some light on what you might be struggling with or areas that could help you, because this is everything from energy, libido, sleep, diet, exercise, like it's all of it. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys because this completely changed my life and turned me into Superwoman. So I'm gonna share these with you, buckle up, here we go. Okay, number 1, This is a 10x multivitamin. It has the most absorbable B vitamin forms. Now, from what I understand, B vitamins, and I'm going to read you a little bit more into like what the breakdown of each one of these are. The 10x multivitamin, it says take 3 capsules daily with food. It has a full spectrum of high quality, high absorbable vitamins and mineral, some of these words I can't pronounce, chelate complexes in very specific amounts to ensure proper vitamin and mineral needs and balance is achieved. This includes a methylated form of folic acid, your 5-methylfolate, riboflavin, pyroxidoxine, and the most significantly adenzo B12 is what it says, B12. So that is something that for me gives me energy. So that's the multivitamin. The next one is a vitamin D, 5,000 units a day. That's just like the dosage amounts. Vitamin D also, from what I understand, gives you your energy. So I know when I don't take my vitamins every day, like I feel that dip in energy for sure. And specifically in the vitamin D, like that is the energy level. So if you feel like brain fog, if you feel tired throughout the day, if you feel like you're not getting enough sleep at night, if you feel like all of these things that to most people, it's their normal. Once you go from taking these vitamins, and it takes about 2 weeks to really get into your body, and you feel the difference of what this new normal looks like now, you guys, like it is a game changer. And not only is it a game changer, you can't believe you were living the other way for so long. Tired, again, low libido, low energy, low everything pretty much, because now you see what your body is capable of doing. Probably one of the number one things that most people say to me is, how do you do it all? And yes, it's the systems. Yes, it's the strategy. Yes, it's all the things that I teach, but it's also because I take care of my body. I take care of what I'm putting into my body, how I fuel it, how much water I'm drinking, my vitamins that I'm taking. So all of these things that I'm reading to you, these vitamins help to accompany the lifestyle that I've created. So the next one that I take is a BPC 157. It says 1 a day for tissue recovery and any muscle aches or injuries. So I work out almost every single day. I lift heavy weights. This helps me for that muscle recovery, because if you're someone like me working out every day, lifting heavy weights, your body needs that repair. Yes, I'm getting 8 hours of sleep a night, but this is specifically for tissue recovery and muscle repair, aches, pains, injuries. The next one is a 5-amino Q, and it's a peptide for energy, increases NAD levels, and for weight loss and appetite suppression. Now, I definitely feel like when I take this peptide, I don't get hungry throughout the day. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like I'm usually sitting at it, not in my desk. I'm running around with the kids. Like I always have breakfast and I always have dinner, but lunch is pretty hit or miss. So for me, it really does. I feel a difference. I see a difference when I take it versus when I don't, of how hungry I get. So that is a weight loss, appetite suppression, and it's a peptide and also an energy increase, which is like double bang for your buck. So you definitely want to check that out as well. So another one that I take, and again, I'm probably not saying this right, is a selenium-methionine. And it's a 1 a day to support the thyroid. And again, just based on my blood work, we can tell if it's like my thyroid, how it's performing. Another one that I take is an omega. So this is the 6th one that I take. It's an omega-3, and it's a 1 a day to support your cells and cholesterol panel. Good omega-3 is responsible for cell wall, brain nutrient, and source of energy. So those are the 6 main ones that I take. The other, and I want to share 2 others that I take as well. Let me just go back to my review. So the other 2 that I also take currently are a folate. Even though it's still in my multivitamin, I do still take a folate because I got the methylation test done. If you don't know what that is, I'm gonna link everything below. And based on my methylation review, which is like the 5 main components of how your body works and operates mentally, physically, how you digest your food. It's incredible once you understand the science behind it. My body needs to take an additional folate. So I do take that. And then at night, I take a magnesium. So those are all of the vitamins that I take. And like I said, the reason why I feel like this is so important is because when you are operating at all levels, on all cylinders, and you are a high performer. And look, if you are a mom and you are operating your home and your kids and the schedules and the school and the homework and all the things, the dinners, like that is a high performer. You are doing all of that. You put on top of that anything else, travel, work, hubby schedule, trying to coordinate multiple schedules. Like you need a little bit of additional support. I take 0 medications. I'm only on these like 6 or 7 vitamins. And again, I've been on these since Jordy was born, so for probably about 2.5 or 3 years. And it has been the biggest game changer for me mentally and physically, because mentally it keeps you sharp, it keeps your body feeling good. It allows you to do the things that you want to do, to have enough energy, get good quality sleep. The other thing that I want to mention in here is that I am always dehydrated, which is why I keep drinking my water. Cheers. Because in my notes, it says my blood work is, I'm extremely dehydrated. So it says be sure to drink 6 to 8 bottles of water, about a gallon a day of water to stay hydrated. And then another little tip for that is you can put a little bit of Himalayan sea salt in your water, and that actually adds a boost of electrolytes. And it also says dehydration is the worst thing possible for your kidney function. So the main job of the kidneys is to filter and eliminate your body's waste. So she said to make sure I'm drinking, 6 to 8 bottles of water a day. Also because I work out a lot, I'm sweating, that also is where a lot of that excess weight is getting rid of itself. So those are the main vitamins that I take. And again, I'm gonna link the 10X Health, where the tests are that you can do this and how to get your vitamins and how to do your methylation test, because all of these things that you guys are asking me to share, like the diet and the gluten journey and the health and the wellness and all these things, it's such a big contributor of how I'm feeling, because of how I'm fueling my body, not just with water and food, but also because of my vitamins. It makes me literally feel like a super mama. So I hope you check these out. I know that this is something that completely changed my world for me, and how I operate and how I show up and how I'm able to do so much and really be at my ultra productive levels every single day. And so I just wanted to share that with you on today's journey, on today's episode, a little bit about the gluten-free journey, a little bit about the vitamins, because both of those things for me have significantly changed how I show up in every single area. And like I said, you wouldn't be here if you weren't someone that was really looking to optimize your health, your wealth, your relationships, your business, all of the things, your family that go into being a high performer. Because being a high performer doesn't just mean in one area. It's not just being a high performer in business. It's not just a high performer in health. It's not just a high performer in your family life. It's everything, right? Like we strive for greatness in everything. And for me, it's constantly like you're playing this game, right? It's like playing the game of being hard on yourself because life is hard enough. I just had this conversation with Jake this morning going into school, and I said, most people's lives are hard because they choose to make easy choices. When you choose to have hard choices in your life that you choose, that you pick, everything else gets easier. So I challenge you to pick the hard things in your life, to do the workout in the morning, get that thing out of the way. Because when you do that, you are in control. You show up, you're making the decision to make your heart a little bit harder, a little bit more stressful, a little bit more, put that pressure on to make the diamonds. Because again, life is hard enough, but if we can show up, and like for me, I don't love waking up at 5 a.m., but guess what? I do it because I know making that hard decision is going to make the rest of my day go smoothly. And even if it doesn't go smoothly, it's going to make it a little bit easier because I did that hard thing in the morning first, so everything else gets easier. So I hope this helps you. I know for me, this was a massive game changer, from cutting out the gluten to making sure I have the right vitamins that I'm taking every single day, fueling my body. Check out the description below. I'm going to link everything below for you to get all of the vitamins and check it out and really tune yourself up to that super mama or that superhuman that we all want to be. So until next time, go out and slay your day.